Hello, and welcome everyone to A Moment of Hope. I'm Carla Stinnett, and I am excited to share over the next few minutes about how Upward Transitions is advancing the mission of ending generational poverty in Oklahoma County. Last week, we honored National Volunteer Week, and today we will have a conversation with Upward Transitions CEO, Perrianne Pulliam, about our mission and the details about our upcoming annual fundraiser on May 7th, An American Tourist in Paris. Welcome, Perrianne, and we are so glad you were able to join us today.
Thank you, Carla. I'm so excited to be here.
Great. Well, as we think about the mission of Upward Transitions, ending generational poverty, and the overwhelming challenge that it places upon a community, what gives you hope in how Upward Transitions addresses this issue?
What gives me hope is the amazing support we have from the community, our funders, our individual donors, and United Way, for one, has been an amazing supporter through this past year especially. The other thing is the incredible amount of hope that our case managers give to our clients who come to us. One of the things that we ask our clients when we survey them after receiving service is, do they feel more hopeful? And overwhelmingly, 97% of them who visit Upward Transitions and receive a service say that they feel more hopeful after leaving. And hope is a roadway to everything else that they need to do to change their lives.
Yes, yeah. And definitely having the community support behind us means a lot, I know. So tell me, I know there are many different reasons why poverty begins in a family and how it contributes to that spiral downfall, sometimes towards homelessness. Can you comment and give us some examples or some explanations or some of the things that can contribute to that?
Yes. Some of the things that we see on a regular basis are families have experienced a major illness in the household, hospitalization. That can lead to loss of hours at work or a loss of job completely. During this pandemic, we certainly have seen people lose income because they waited tables and weren't able to work during the shutdown, and that impacted so many families. In regular day-to-day, even a major car repair can make a big difference in a family being able to pay rent or utilities. And if you can't pay your rent, you can't pay your utilities, you're at risk of becoming evicted and becoming homeless. So we really want to work with those families to help them get past those crisis moments. Other things we see on a regular basis are addiction issues, mental health issues, and we're able to connect those individuals with other resources and agencies that specialize in addiction recovery or mental health care. And of course, lack of education comes into play, lack of opportunities. If you don't have the education to get a better job, you can't earn more money to support your family. And we like to help families connect with educational opportunities, which are out there in the community, to improve their financial situation.
So tell me, how does Upward Transitions actually address these community needs?
We work one-on-one with clients through our case managers and in partnership with other agencies. Our case managers are great listeners. We always want our clients to be involved in their path to recovery, whether it's an addiction, a mental health issue, whether it's better employment or just getting caught up on their bills. So they will work with those clients to help them make a plan to change their life. And everybody's plan is different. Everybody has a different group of barriers that they're working through. So our case managers want to work with them. We do provide some financial crisis assistance, and that financial crisis assistance could be helping pay rent or utilities to get through a crisis. For people who are homeless, a lot of times we come across folks who don't have an ID. So we will help retrieve a legal document so that they can get an ID and then help pay for that ID. But all along, we're talking with them, determining what's their end goal and how can Upward Transitions help support them in that. And sometimes it's a matter of connecting them with the right resource in the community. We work together with partner agencies throughout the community to help make people whole again.
Yeah, I know that it's really important, our community partners that we work together with and to help provide these social services or even resources that they may need that, sometimes we're a guiding path to helping them connect to all the different social services that might help meet those needs, keeping those families in their homes. There's several studies that have been out about, statistics on intervention, financial intervention, when there is a crisis, a financial crisis in a family or a home. And, oftentimes people may think, well, you help somebody or a family one time, does that really solve a problem, or does that really help?
In many cases, it does. There's a study that we use as a benchmark for our organization that showed that if you provided $1,000 worth of assistance to a family to get through a crisis, 70% of those people assisted were still housed 6 months later. So 70% of the people who just received $1,000 are still housed 6 months later. Our benchmark is when we provide that assistance, our clients we're helping, 82% of them are still housed a year later. So we call them, we follow up, we ask how they're doing, and we're showing the programs are successful if we can just get them through that crisis.
Yeah, and what's really great that I've observed with the case managers, they do work out a plan for that family. They see what the need is, they evaluate, and they get a plan put together for that family to follow. And I think this one-on-one engagement of meeting the unique scenario that each family sometimes has really makes a difference and proves to be something that does sustain that family and keep them in their homes longer, and helps them even avoid financial disaster altogether. So, so tell me, how does Upward Transitions receive the funding to do this important work?
We're very proud of our diverse funding. It's important for any organization to not have all their eggs in one basket. So we get a great deal of private funding through foundations who support us. We are a United Way partner agency, and they provide much of the funding for our homeless services program. In addition to private foundations and United Way, we receive some grants through the city of Oklahoma City, as well as some state grants. Those grants typically help specifically with human trafficking, domestic violence, and homeless prevention services. And then, of course, we have our private donors who make monthly donations to us and keep us sustained. And then we have this little event called an American Tourist. It typically happens in the spring. And as a matter of fact, since you brought that up, it is next week on May 7th. We will have a virtual American Tourist in Paris event. And we hope people will plan to join us. Our tickets are for sale online right now. They're $40, and you can go to upwardtransitions.org/American Tourist, purchase your tickets. We'll send you a link to access our live streaming event on May 7th from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening. We have amazing musical performances scheduled. We have the mayor who will be finally accepting our Inspiring Hope Award. And we'll also have an online auction. The online auction is going to be available on Monday, May 3rd at noon, and it will go all the way through May 7th at 7:45 p.m. We're going to open the online auction to the general public starting at noon on May 5th. So those who buy tickets and our sponsors get a couple of days head start on buying great items. We have a Caribbean trip. We have a Hawaiian house. We have a getaway to a Broken Bow cabin. We have some amazing baskets, including tea for two and martini time. So if there's anything you're interested in, I bet we have something on our online auction. And one of the cool features we have on the online auction is the buy it now feature, which means if you don't want to watch the auction for 5 days and you don't want to risk someone outbidding you, just buy it now and you're guaranteed to own that particular basket or auction item.
That's fantastic. I know that we love doing this online auction. It's a way that really we can share that with friends and neighbors, and they can participate and engage. So we do encourage everyone to, our ticket holders and, like you said, our sponsors, I understand, are all getting kind of that preview to have first shot at buy now auction with the items that we have, or even the bidding. So they get to look at everything a few days ahead of time before everyone else. And that on that this Monday, and then Wednesday it goes public. And then Friday, we actually have the 1-hour live stream event. And that's where we have lots of community engagement. And we also have some musical guests, I think. I don't know if you mentioned that, but I understand that we've got some musical guests there. And so we're really looking forward to this. And this is the big annual fundraiser that we do every year at Upward Transitions that does help us advance the mission and the work that we do here. We are excited about this, and I just want to say, Perianne, thank you so much for being able to take a few moments. I know we had to carve something in between your schedule today, and I appreciate you doing that. And we do encourage everyone to be sure and go to upwardtransitions.org, buy your tickets so that you can bid early on the online auction. And again, we invite you to actually enjoy the 1 hour event. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to pop in, do some live pop-ins on some table hosts that are hosting parties in their home. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. So once again, we just encourage you to engage and be that support in our community that helps in this generational poverty here in Oklahoma County. Do you have any closing words, Perianne, before we?
No,
Okay, well, thank you. We loved having you. So until next time, we encourage everyone just to get engaged in your community and support those who are in need right now. There's a lot that's going on with the renters that will be soon not having that pause on that's been caused by the pandemic for them, eviction pause. So just remember to get engaged and help wherever you can. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much. Bye now.